Hey yo everyone, this is the HappyAnimaidCafeManager here with another extras video for the game Xenosaga. So I'm going through the tutorial of XenoCards. Yeah, the last video ended shortly because of battery power shortage. So I was at the part saying a card that was played on the field with a letter E on it. Cards with an E on them will not count towards the condition required to play a card. You've now finished it. You're now finished it with this phase. The block phase is basically the event phase for your opponent. During this phase, your opponent can use an event card or special effects of the cards on the field. The block phase is for free to use an event card that interferes or blocks your opponent's event card. Here, your opponent did not make a move, so neither can you. In a battle phase, the cards on the battlefield will automatically engage in battle. Here, no cards are on the battlefield yet, so nothing happens. Adjust phase for player 1. In an adjust phase, you must select a card to discard if you have over 6 cards in your hand. Here you have 6 cards in your hand, so nothing happens and your adjust phase is finished. This concludes your turn. Your opponent will not proceed in phases just as you did. Second player draw phase. Your opponent's turn. This is your opponent's draw phase. Your opponent has drawn a card. This is your opponent's move phase. Your opponent has no battle card on the field, so the phase is over. There are no battle cards on the field, so the opponent cannot make any moves. Your opponent has played a battle card. Some cards like the one here could be played in multiple quantities. You could view each card's unique features by pressing the triangle button during the game. In a second player block phase, you could use an event card or special effects of the cards on the field. Here you don't have any event cards, so nothing happens. Here, no battle cards on the battlefield, still no battle occurs. In this bit, that's the end of the battle phase. Now adjust phase. In this phase, your opponent must select a card to discard if they have over 6 cards in their hand. Here, your opponent has less than 6 cards in their hand, so nothing happens. This concludes your opponent's turn. It's my turn again, so it is now your turn again. You can draw 1 card from the deck. Here, you have drawn the curry card in your hand. You could move the battle cards on the field. Here, you have moved 1 level 1 Shion onto the battlefield. This will enable you to inflict damage to your opponent during the battle phase. In the event phase, you could use an event card in your hand or use the special effects of the existing cards on the field. If you could use Curry on here, but because the HP of the level 1 Shion card is at max, the Curry won't have any effect, so let's not waste it. In a set phase, you could play 1 battle card and 1 situation card from our hand. Here you could play AG01 onto the standby area. You could do this because now the level 1 Shion card is a human battle card is on the battlefield, which fulfills the condition to use AG01. Powerful cards such as the one seen here cannot be used unless other battle cards are on the field. This is an important rule to keep in mind when creating your deck. And as for the set phase, here you will equip yourself with weapons. The text on the rifle card shows that it can be played on any quantity in a single turn, so you could still play it after you have played the AG01. By adding the rifle to level 1 Shion, its attack ability ATK has increased from 1 to 2. In this phase, your opponent can use an event card or the special effects of the cards on the field. But once again, your opponent does nothing. Now the battle begins. Since level 1 Shion is equipped with rifle, its attack is 2. This means it will inflict 2 damage to points to your opponent's deck, and those 2 cards are discarded. The method of attack varies according to the type of attack that each card is capable of. Hand only attacks in a opponent directly in front of your card. Ballistic. Attacks an opponent directly in its line of fire. If no enemies are in the line of fire, a card will inflict a specified number of damage to your opponent's deck. Level 1 Shion has this attack. Spread. Inflicts damage over your opponent's entire battlefield. Homing. Directly attacks your opponent's deck. One key to victory is how you arrange your battle cards on the battlefield. In this phase, you must select a card to discard if you have over 6 cards in your hand. In this case, you only have 5 cards in your hand, so nothing happens. This concludes your turn. Your opponent draws 1 card. Here, your opponent has moved all the cards in their standby area onto the field, waging an all-out war. Yeah, your opponent can move battle cards onto the field. Your opponent can use an event card or the special effects of the cards on the field. Once again, your opponent does nothing. Again, your opponent has played a large amount of cards. It seems your opponent's deck is a blitz deck, with its main card being a Realian card that can be played in any amount in a single turn. A block phase is basically the event for the opponent. Here you could use an event card or the special effects of the existing cards on the field, but you could choose to do nothing. The battle begins. Level 1. One Shion has received a total of 3 damage points. Your deck has received 1 damage point. The hand attack card is useless here since it only works on an opponent directly in front of it. Adjust phase. In this phase, your opponent must select a card to discard if they have over 6 cards in their hand. In this case, your opponent has less than 6 cards in their hand, so nothing happens, and it concludes their turn. You draw 1 card from your deck. Here you drew a level 1 Cosmos. You can move the battle cards on the field. Here you have moved AG01 in front of level 1 Shion on the field, using it as a shield for level 1 Shion. You could use an event card from your hand or use special effects of the cards on the field. Here you have used Curry to restore HP on level 1 Shion. You could play 1 battle card on the and 1 situation card from your hand. Here you played the level 1 Cosmos card you just drew. Level 1 Cosmos has a special effect which allows her to play it onto the field without paying any cost whenever a Shion card is on the field. And so on. You and your opponent will keep playing cards in order to damage each other's decks until one of you loses the entire deck. Then, this concludes the basic guide to XenoCard. You could press the select button at any point during the game to receive help. Be sure to use it whenever you have a question. Now it's time for you to try XenoCard for yourself. This is a card manual. Look up questions starting the game by pressing the select button. Cards, battle cards, names. This is a name of a card. Only 3 cards with the same name could be put in the deck. Also, when the battle cards have proper nouns such as Diggy and Shion, you can only place one of those cards on the field at one time. If this card is destroyed or moved off the field, you are able to put another card down again. Card positioning. Lost pile. This is a discard area as marked as lost. Cards are discarded from the deck as a result of attacks by opponents or to pay the cost of an action. Those cards are placed face down in this area. When using a card's effect to recover the deck, cards from the lost pile are returned to the deck. Junk pile. The discarded cards are placed where it says junk. Cards destroyed by opponent used event cards and extra cards are in hand or placed face up in this area. Standby area. The standby area is where the battle cards are first moved from the hand. A regular battle card. A regular battle card can only be placed in a standby area. You can only put up to 4 cards in this area, so choose your placement wisely. The situation area is where the situation cards are placed. You can only put up to 4 cards in this area, so choose your placements wisely. Battlefield, you can only put 4 cards up. Special cards. We have explained how to use most of these cards. See card, see play order. We will explain how to use these 2 types of special cards. W and G battle cards. Weapon and Gnosis. Unlike other battle cards, the weapon card cannot be used by itself. When the compatible battle card is on the field, you can combine it with the battle card equipped. You could put the card on either the standby area or the battlefield. Once the weapon is equipped, it cannot be taken off unless it is replaced by another weapon. To use a weapon card, pick the card up from the hand using the directional button, press the circle button, then pick the cards you want to equip from the battlefield or standby area and press the circle button. When a battle card is equipped with the weapon card, the attack power of the weapon is lost and the only weapon's attack power is used. And Gnosis, unlike other cards, Gnosis battle cards could be placed in areas other than the standby area. The drawback is that a number of cards must be discarded in order to set it. The number of cards to be discarded is displayed in the text. Follow the directions on the screen and select the cards to be discarded. Then select the area to place the card. We will now explain some of the terms. Penetrate, down, E-mark, event block. The text on the battle card may include the word penetrate. Normally during battle when an attack cannot go beyond the opponent being hit. If it says penetrate, however, any extra damage points will go through the opponent to the cards or the deck behind it. Down, the text on the battle card may include the words down card or down the opponent's card. A card in a down state will be displayed a down mark. A down card cannot attack and its text effect is neutralized. A downed card returns to normal at the end of your battle phase. A E card, a battle card or situation card that is just placed on the battlefield will display an E mark. The E mark disappears right before your battle phase. These cards are at risk because there are attacks that specifically target cards with this mark. Cards with an E mark cannot move and their texts are ineffective. Event block. Neutralizing an event card is called event block. The 2 cards that could block events are Miyuki's Email and Song of the Mysterious Girl. It is also possible to block an event block. When this occurs, the card that was blocked first will be enabled. Players could keep blocking events as long as these cards are available. Opening cards. These cards used in this game could be obtained at certain shops. Obtained cards must be opened before they can be used. Select the open card from the card game menu to open new card pack. One thing to keep in mind is that you can only have 3 of each card. Any extras will be sold back. You can see all your cards by selecting view cards. There are a total of 148 cards, so collect them all. Create decks, saving decks, 2-player battle, selecting decks. So that's it for the tutorial. Oh yeah, here's the controls to play. Circle button, select, hold card, place card, use card's power. X button, cancel, triangle, view details of the selected card, square end face, start, open menu, select, view help. So yeah, this ends the tutorial for real. Thanks for watching. Until next time, to be continued, baby.